We've talked about the red flags. Let's spend a few minutes talking about leverage from strength.
Leveraging from strength is just as critical as eliminating or reducing red flags. It is the recognition that you personally, as well as the organization that you represent, as well as the quality of the products and services that you represent, provide certain leverage because of strengths that you have in areas that are both critical to the customer and in which the competition can't match you. And leveraging those strengths, that is capitalizing on the things that you do best, is just as important, or maybe even more important, than the elimination of red flags.
In the new strategic selling, we refined our definition of strengths, and we now say that every real strength has three very specific characteristics. How would you describe them, Steve?
The three different areas are, first, that the differentiation, the strength that you have, is one that is significantly greater or better than the competition's. The second is that it is relevant and critical right now to the buying organization in the area of your single sales objective. And the third is that it improves your position in the organization.
Maybe that word position should be clarified also. What do we mean by having a position within an account?
I think about positioning in terms of the various buying influences in this particular sale. Am I communicating with each key buying influence? Do I understand their issues? Am I positioned, or am I communicating at the most senior levels of the buying organization to assure that the outcome is more than likely going to turn out the way that I expect? Poorly positioned means stuck with one technical buying influence, not be allowed to go anywhere else in the organization. Excellent positioning to me means freedom to roam inside the buying organization, the ability to meet with and talk to many key players or buying influences, to develop relationships with them, to have an opportunity to develop a relationship with senior user buying influences, and particularly with the economic buying influence. The more that I can do those things, the better positioned I am.
We've talked a few minutes about position and how important it is. There's another thing regarding position which could be a strength, which is an improvement of your position. Suppose you were positioned poorly at a lower level buying influence for a long time and were unable to get in. To suddenly find yourself with a good business reason to address, or some presence with a product or service that's new or what have you, to allow you to improve your position, is certainly a strength in a sale.
Yes, I think that that's true when the product or service or the new approach or the new technology that you have addresses a critical area or an area of some urgency for that senior level buying influence. Having that story to tell enables you to reposition yourself at a higher level.
The other characteristic of strength, relevance now, is one of my personal favorites. I always find that if I can find out why this is important right now today, it gives me a heads up on my strategy. There's some action that I can take automatically if I can understand why this is important right now today. Why not 3 months ago, or why not 2 years from now? Just having that information is a strength for my strategy.
I agree with you, because the decision is being made now. It means that there is some urgency, and the urgency may not be something that's visible to you. If you understand the urgency, then you will understand better the relevance of your particular product or service to correcting or adding or enhancing the area in which the urgency was created. And in differentiation, I think you have to also be quite careful that you're not just looking at your features and benefits that you have versus the competition, that the differentiation that we speak about is only that which is critical to the customer at this point in time, which again impacts the area of relevance. It's not all the ways in which you're different from your competition, but only those that are, one, significant, and two, have high impact in the customer situation right now.
Talking about urgency reminds me of the next